Chapter 68. Don't be a no-bro, bro. He looked like a Hollywood Viking. He looked more like Thor from the movies than Thor did. Blonde hair fell to his shoulders. His tan face, blue eyes, hawkish nose, and stubbly beard would have worked equally well on the red carpet or the beaches of Malibu. He reclined on a throne of living tree branches, the seat draped with a deer hide. Across his lap lay a sort of scepter, a stag's antler fitted with a leather grip. When he smiled, I saw my own self-conscious smirk, the same crooked chin. He even had the same cowlick I always got above my right ear. I understood why my mom would have fallen in love with him. It wasn't just because he was handsome, or because his faded jeans, flannel shirt, and hiking boots were exactly her style. He radiated warmth and tranquility. Every time I'd healed someone, every time I'd called on the powers of Frey, I'd captured a fragment of this guy's aura. "Dad," I said. "Magnus!" Frey rose. His eyes twinkled, but he didn't seem sure what to do with his arms. "I'm so glad to see you at last. I'd give you a hug, but I imagine that would not be welcome. I understand you need more time." I charged in and gave him a bear hug. That wasn't like me. I'm not a hugger, especially not with strangers. But he wasn't a stranger. I knew him as well as I knew my mother. For the first time, I understood why my mom had been so insistent on taking me hiking and camping. Every time we were in the woods on a summer day, every time the sun came out from behind the clouds, Frey had been there. Maybe I should have resented him, but I didn't. After losing my mother, I didn't have patience for grudges. My years on the streets had taught me that it was pointless to whine and moan about what you could have had, what you deserved, what was fair. I was just happy to have this moment. He cupped his hand gently on the back of my head. He smelled of campfire smoke, pine needles, and toasted s'mores. Did they have s'mores in Vanaheim? It occurred to me why I must be here. I was dead, or at least dying again. I pulled away. "My friends are safe," Frey assured me. "You pushed yourself to the verge of death, healing the berserker, but he will live. So will you. You have done well, Magnus." His praise made me uncomfortable. 3 Valkyries died. I almost lost every friend I had. All I did was bind the wolf with a new rope and send Surt back to Musselspine. And Jack did all that work. It doesn't really change anything." Frey laughed. "Magnus, you have changed everything. You, the wielder of the sword, are shaping the destiny of the 9 worlds. As for the deaths of the Valkyries, this was a sacrifice they willingly made. Do not dishonor them by feeling guilt. You cannot prevent every death any more than I can prevent each summer from becoming autumn, or any more than I can prevent my own fate at Ragnarok." "Your fate?" I closed my fingers around the runestone, now back on its chain. "I have your sword. Couldn't you?" Frey shook his head. "No, son. Your Aunt Freya told you I can never wield the Sword of Summer again. Ask the sword if you want to be sure." I pulled off the pendant. Jack sprang to life, spewing a triad of insults I can't really repeat. "And another thing," he yelled, "giving me away so you could marry a giantess? Dude, what was that? Blades before babes, you know what I'm saying?" Frey smiled sadly. "Hello, old friend." "Oh, we're friends again?" the sword demanded. "Nah, nah, we're done." Jack paused. "Your son's okay, though. I like him. As long as he's not planning to trade me for a giantess hand in marriage."